It's the frantic moment officers noticed what was about to occur.
Welcome back to We the People University. My name is Abiyah Israel, former police officer and former sheriff's deputy. Today, we're going to take a look at the Fort Lupton Police Department located in the state of Colorado and also the Platteville Police Department located in the state of Colorado. This is going to be one of the most mind-blowing videos I've ever seen, and I'm really nervous about seeing that because as of late, every time I state this is the dumbest video I've ever covered, there's another video that comes across my attention that blows the last video out of the water. This video initially took place in September of 2022, and a lawsuit agreement was reached on June 5th, 2024. It's concerning a woman who was handcuffed and left in back of the police vehicle to be hit by a train. We're going to get into the details of that. Trust me, you do want to watch all the way to the end, to the very last second, and get all of the details that went on in this case. But before we say any more, make sure you guys support the channel, hit the like button, and subscribe if you have not done so already. But let's check out this video.
It's the frantic moment officers noticed what was about to occur. A freight train colliding into a Platteville police cruiser parked on train tracks along Highway 85 and County Road 36.
Dispatch 346, status medical emergent. The suspect was in the vehicle that was hit by the train.
Locked inside the police cruiser,
Lift your hands up. Okay? Turn around.
20-year-old Tyranny Rios Gonzalez.
What's going on?
Police detained Rios Gonzalez for an alleged road rage incident earlier in the night.
Where are you taking me? We're taking you to the car. Why?
About a minute and 9 seconds after Rios Gonzalez was placed in the back of the police cruiser handcuffed, the train's horn is heard for the first time in the distance on this body cam recording. About 7 seconds later,
She could have out that window.
another horn.
Who is that heart?
This time louder, but still no reaction from police. Over the next 8 seconds, even more horns are heard before these two officers realize Rios Gonzalez is in danger.
Trauma check. Oh my God.
She is awake and aware and able to have a conversation.
But still in the hospital, according to her attorney, Paul Wilkinson.
She has a broken arm that she has had surgery on, 9 broken ribs, a fractured sternum, broken teeth, injuries to her leg, back, and head.
Many questions remain. The biggest, why the officer parked the cruiser on the tracks, why that officer then put Rios Gonzalez in that cruiser, and why it took critical seconds to notice the approaching train.
Most alarming thing for me is that you can hear the train coming. And it's at nighttime and the train has lights also. So you can both hear and see the train coming.
Wilkinson says Rios Gonzalez heard and saw that train coming well before officers did.
She was trying to get everybody's attention.
But unlike those officers, she could do nothing to save herself.
She was trying to get their attention. She was yelling. She was trying to escape.
So after watching this, there are several questions that can be asked. Why did you guys leave the vehicle on the tracks to start with? Even if you're conducting a felony stop, and that's where you come out with guns drawn, you have the driver exit the vehicle, walk to you backwards. Even if you're conducting a felony stop, once you've secured the person that you are conducting that stop on, move all vehicles into a safe location. The second question would be, what makes the other officer, Jordan Stanka, place the at the time suspect into the back of Pablo Vasquez's, that's the sergeant? What makes her place the suspect in the back of a police vehicle that's parked on the railroad tracks? It doesn't make any sense. But I'll give you an update in a second why this may not make sense, but answer a few of those questions. But here's a question that I had when I was watching this video for the first time. I thought as a police officer, as someone who's signing up to serve the community, serve the public, I thought we were supposed to give our lives for the public if that's what it took. We saw in this video, every cop on the scene fled. They ran away and they left a handcuffed woman in the back of a police car to be hit by a train. Whatever happened to serving your community, giving my life? That was never the case for most people who sign up for this job. Let's read the updates. Colorado authorities have agreed to pay $8.5 million to a woman who was left handcuffed in the back of a police vehicle parked on the railroad tracks, which was later hit by a freight train. The incident took place on September 16, 2022, near Platteville, Colorado, after Pablo Vasquez, then a Platteville police sergeant, stopped Ms. Gonzalez following a reported road rage incident. Another officer, Jordan Stanka of the Fort Lupton Police Department, took Ms. Gonzalez into custody, handcuffed her, then locked her in the back of the police vehicle, which belongs to Sergeant Vasquez, which was parked on the railroad tracks. Brilliant. Fort Lupton Police Officer Jordan Stanka was charged with 2 felonies, including criminal attempt to commit manslaughter and second-degree assault, according to a press release from the Weld County District Attorney's Office. And Platteville Police Sergeant Pablo Vasquez, who parked the car on the tracks like a genius, he was charged with several misdemeanors, including 5 counts of reckless endangerment and 1 count of obstructing highway or other passageways, as well as a pair of citations, including careless driving and parking where prohibited. Now, how did this all end? I'll just make it quick and fast. The links will be down below for even more details if you guys want to read the articles. They were given community service, right? And probation. Sorry. Community service and probation. That was the punishment for these officers. But listen to Sergeant Pablo Vasquez. Vasquez was hired despite being labeled. He was hired despite being labeled by his colleagues and a previous job as an incompetent cop with a dangerous lack of radio awareness. And this is according to CBS Colorado. He was labeled by his colleagues and his previous job as an incompetent cop. An incompetent cop with a dangerous lack of radio awareness. Now, before I tell you what the radio awareness is, if you guys don't already know, if he's labeled a incompetent cop, well, that explains it. That explains why he parked on the railroad tracks. Excuse me. Why he never decided to move the vehicle to a safe location. Why he allowed another officer to place a person in the back of his vehicle that's parked on the railroad tracks, putting her in jeopardy and putting the vehicle itself in jeopardy, putting everyone in jeopardy. Even the train, those things can derail. I'm not a genius on what actually derails trains, but who knows? It could have derailed. A lot of things could have went wrong, all because Sergeant Vasquez, who was deemed to be incompetent by his past job, didn't remove his vehicle from the railroad tracks. All right. Now, it's stated that he had a dangerous lack of radio awareness. What that means is this. As a rookie, I think we all struggle with this. When you first sign up and you're hired on to the department, listening to your radio is a big deal. So you could be conducting a investigation, you could be having conversations, you could be trying to take notes. Whatever you're trying to do, you must still listen to the radio. And it's in the beginning, it's a little bit of a challenge trying to talk and listen at the same time. But by month 3, 4, you pretty much got it down pat. It's easy at that point. But when you're a year, 2 years in, if you've made it to the level of sergeant and you still have a dangerous level, lacking radio awareness, that's a problem. That's a real problem. So things can happen. You can be in danger. Your partners can be in danger. A citizen can be in danger, but you're missing the calls over the radio, which messes up everything. So it doesn't surprise me, a sergeant who made this type of bonehead blunder, it doesn't surprise me to hear that his past department stated that he was incompetent. It makes sense to me. It kind of clears things up, if you ask me. Again, down below, the articles will be pinned if you guys want to read further into it. Again, my first time seeing this video, and I also found the update. There was an $8.5 million lawsuit paid out. Oh, before I go, this is the part that you want to hear. The reason that she only received 8.5 million because the total pot was actually 10 million. The reason she only received 8.5 is because 1.5 million was spent on the attorneys who were actually fighting against her. These funds came from an insurance pot, not from taxpayer money. They came from insurance pot, which was 10 million, which she was supposed to receive. But the more they tried to fight their case, the more that the other side, who was defending the police officers in the police department, the more they were able to use that same money to fight against the person who's actually suing. So ultimately what's happening is she's supposed to receive 10 million. The attorneys who were fighting against her are actually using that funds, and they use up the funds to fight against her. And so she's only left with 8.5 million. Yep. Doesn't get any better than that. Yep. Know your rights. Always record the police. With that being said, we the People University, signing off.